Hello, my name is Stephanie Mehta and I'm Deputy Managing Editor of Fortune Magazine. We're here today to talk about some exciting changes in the workplace that are ushering in a new generation of managed print services. I'm here with Mike Zimmer, President of Xerox's large enterprise operations in the United States. Welcome, Mike.
Good to be here, Stephanie.
So, in your role, you talk to lots of executives, lots of people across different industries. What are the big trends you're seeing in the workplace right now?
There's tremendous pressure on large enterprise to lower cost. We are in an ever, changing, always connected, fast-paced digital world, and I think that's putting tremendous pressure on the IT infrastructure. People want to print from their smartphones, their smart devices. So we get a lot of questions around security and mobility. And finally, if I'm talking to the business owner, they want me to help them figure out ways to be more efficient. And how do you work between these two worlds of paper and digital? And how do you integrate that into my workflow and my business processes and make my employees more efficient so that I can focus on my real business?
Well, that's a tall order, Mike. How does Xerox help clients solve these problems?
Well, we've been transforming and solving problems in the office since we invented the copier in 1959. And we're going to continue to do that through our next generation managed print services offering. And what we do is we work with clients in really three different phases. First of all, it's about assessing and optimizing your print environment. It's really being able to go in with world-class tools using Lean Six Sigma methodologies and saying, what devices do you have? How many do you have? What's the right mix? And then where do you want to actually be to drive cost savings and sustainability savings and actually print less and print for less. Procter & Gamble had 45,000 devices in over 60 locations, and they slimmed that down to 10,000 devices. They cut the amount of paper that they printed, almost 1.5 million pounds of paper less a year, and lowered their energy costs 30%. So they had cost savings, they had sustainability success. The second phase is really about then securing and integrating that into your IT infrastructure. And that gets to the IT executives' challenges about, how do you really handle all of the issues around security? Just the cost to defend a breach, mitigate a breach, and then have processes in place to make sure it doesn't happen again are upwards of $5.5 million. So as we're working in this always-on, always-connected world and trying to provide that service to our employees, we have to make sure that it's secure and that it's part of our internal network. We do that very well. We partner with world-class companies like McAfee and Cisco. We make sure that we have software and hardware built into our device and our offering that provides a very rich security strategy and integrates it into your IT infrastructure. Let's take a look at the experience of Hayworth Furniture.
Mobile is very important to Hayworth, very important to our sales force, important to our members on the plant who are, walking around on the move all the time. And we also have some of our folks here work remotely from different locations. There's so many different makes and models of technology this year. It would be very hard to support a printing solution for all of them internally, and so that's what makes this solution so nice. Is that it was easy to set up, and it's very simple for them to use.
And the third and the final piece, that once you have all of that, you have probably 90% of the heavy lifting done, and most of the investment completed. Now it's really about automating and simplifying your business processes, and that's what the business owner or the line of business executive is really looking for us to do. Take this wonderful infrastructure and managed print environment that you've put in place for me and help me integrate some of those paper and digital processes, bring them into my workflow, integrate them into my document management systems, and make me more efficient. At Caesars, we obviously did a great deal of assessing and optimizing and lowering their cost. But they also went to some automate and simplify by using some software and the scanning capability, automated how they flow contracts through their business process with electronic signatures, and sped up how much time some of that back office work was going on, and saved them quite a lot of money and allowed them to react quicker to their clients.
Mike, can you share some additional real-life examples about how managed services with regard to documents are really transforming businesses?
Sure, Stephanie. I mean, we have clients of all sizes and all industries that are really taking advantage of managed print services. I was with the administrator at Berkeley School of Music. They had 4 devices that they replaced with 1 device and made it available on campus for all the students to use for some advanced features like scanning and authenticating the student to print from those devices. So they took advantage and they saved almost $300,000 a year.
We also looked for a partner who could grow with us over time and approached it very similarly. The next iteration of or the next phase of our relationship with Xerox is now looking towards imaging right into our ERP. So we look at the investment we've made in the 110 multifunctional devices as, quote, the digital on-ramps. And through a third-party partner who's certified with Xerox, who is then certified with our ERP provider, we can make that happen.
Michael's Stores, you know, this is really just about giving time back to the sales associate. Instead of having all those sales associates worry about toner for the print devices in the stores, that's something that Xerox takes over with our managed print offering. They actually did a calculation and said it saves something to the tune of 15,000 hours per quarter. Now, can you imagine if you are the business owner and you're able to say that I gave 15,000 hours a quarter back to my sales associates to work with my customers? It's a revenue generating opportunity as well as a cost play. Here's an overview of how the City of Riverside streamlined their operations.
Our printing services were costing us about $1.2 million, and we really didn't believe that until Xerox came in and did an assessment, and then we realized it was really true. So going through the process, we have now saved about $180,000 a year on managed print services, and if you multiply that out, that's $1 million in just a handful of years. So we're really excited because that saves so many positions that otherwise would have had to be eliminated, and those are valuable positions that are carrying out the strategy of our department.
And finally, in the Automate and Simplify, we have a large investment bank firm that was taking maybe 2 weeks to go through the onboarding, new client onboarding process, and we trimmed that down to less than 30 seconds. So as the financial advisors were working with their potential clients, it wasn't taking 2 weeks before they could actually complete a trade. They were doing it by the time they got back to their desk, within minutes of interacting with the client when they walked in off the street. So we have clients in all industries taking advantage of managed print services, and those are just a few.
Well, as a Michael's customer, I have to thank you for that. Mike, what advice would you have for your clients who are looking to become more agile and more competitive in today's very, very fast-paced environment?
Challenge your traditional thinking. Go beyond commoditization. I think it takes a team of creative people to sit down with a vendor that's really looking to a long-term strategy with them and saying, here's how we can help you.
Internally, are you drawing together people from different disciplines and different backgrounds to try to figure out where to take clients as they move into the next generation?
Absolutely. So we'll do thought leadership workshops with our clients. We'll really look at an industry, a specific industry, and say, inside of financial services, where you might be onboarding new clients. And onboarding new clients, the faster you can do it, the quicker you can start collecting money from them or getting them to invest their dollars into some of your offers.
Mike, you've talked about this in the context of managed print services, but to my ear, it sounds like your job is making your clients' lives easier.
Absolutely. Customers of all size and in all industries are really looking for somebody to come in and help them fix or deal with some of these complexities that I mentioned, cost, sustainability, clearly around security and mobility, and definitely integrating the digital and the paper world. Xerox really is a thought leader in the space. We're recognized by all 4 of the major industry analysts as a leader in the space. We're very experienced at it, and we look forward to helping our clients work through some of these issues.
Well, these examples have certainly helped bring document management to life for us today. Mike Zimmer, thank you so much for your time, and good luck.
Thanks, Stephanie.